Alright, good afternoon folks. This is your host, Reverend Samantha Tree Walker, the Order of Standing Oak, and I'm bringing you guys another video today. What I want to talk about is, we know the how-tos to do a lot of different things for ritual and stuff is pagan. But I think one thing that we don't really talk about enough is why do we do what we do? What brings us to paganism in the first place? And there's all kinds of reasons why people do come to paganism. A lot of our people have come through other religious traditions, whether it's Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism. There's all these different things, and something snaps, something clicks, something happens where the gods kind of tap us on the shoulder and go, hey, this is what's going on. And I think we don't really focus on that enough. I mean, for the most part, you have so many. I think the one thing is that we're focused so much on the media and their perception of what paganism is. Whether it's the movies, books, Harry Potter, the craft, all these different things. And that's not what we're about, or at least I think that's not what we're about. We have people that are really creative. We have artists, we have doctors, we have poets, we have musicians. We have all these people, and everybody out there has a different reason for why they came to their particular strain of pagan practice. And that's what I want to hear from you. How did you come to paganism? What brought you to your particular, not necessarily relationship, but way of doing things with the gods and goddesses that you follow and work with and stuff? For me, I did come out of Christianity. Christianity gave me a lot of questions that I just, didn't really necessarily have the answers for. Things that were, they didn't make sense. And I think the thing that really stuck for me with paganism is that, you can see it whenever you walk out the door. Whenever you go outside, you can see the trees, you can hear the birds. You can see it in your friends, the people that you talk to. Everybody that you talk to is a reflection of yourself, your ancestors, the gods, spirits of place. And I think that's one thing that we need to focus on a lot more. I mean, it's great to know how to do ritual and work magic and understand, things that are important culturally for those of us that are pagan, regardless of our tradition. But I think one thing that we need to stress a lot of times with ourselves is, why do we do what we do? Some people do it for selfish reasons. There are the people that are out there that do it for the idea of power. They want to be, they want to be rich. They want women. They want men. They want to be admired. They want all these different things. And, it's like, if you're that insecure with yourself, I guess that's one reason why you would do it. Insecurity can bring people to things that may not be the best for them. But I think for those of us that look at paganism in a different light, we do it because I believe that pagans of all stripe are basically the keepers of the earth. We're the ones that are here trying to keep the place from self-destructing. We are organisms that live on the face of this planet. We are like a bacteria that grows and changes across the face of the planet. And, everybody knows that there are good bacteria and there are bad bacteria. They can do good things for you and they can do bad things to you. And I think that's one thing that pagans are realizing now, that, we can't be selfish. We can't have ulterior motives for why we do these things, why we come to witchcraft or Wicca or Druidry or Asatru or whatever it is that we do. I think that, we have a responsibility to ourselves, to our family, to the gods and goddesses, to the earth. And as we go through future episodes, we're going to be talking about, we are going to do a lot of how-to stuff. We're going to be talking about a lot about magic. But I think with this YouTube channel, after coming out of hosting a talk show for 3 years, I think, we need to go a little bit deeper into things, as much as I can in a 15-minute video. But, and that's what I want to hear from you. I want, a back and forth kind of dialogue. That's why leave comments, leave video responses. Let me know what you think of what's being posted on the channel. But for this first video, I just want to know, where did you come from? How did you come to your particular tradition of paganism? What events kind of led up to it? What are you doing within your tradition, within your work? And how is it important to you? I think that, working with the talk show and doing this YouTube channel and the blogs and some of the other things that I do are, just as important as, working magic and things like that. Working with the Order of the Standing Oak, the Druid Order that I founded in 2006. And, just people in general. And I've been so lucky to make contacts with some of the, the greatest people that we have within our community. Selena Fox, Dr. Raymond Buckland, and others. And I think that, we have these people that show us the reasons of why people come to paganism, because we have these folks that are pioneers in what they do. Dr. Buckland basically brought witchcraft to the United States in the form that we know today. There were other groups and things that were going before he came here. We always had folk magic and things along that lines. But, I mean, as far as Gardnerian craft and certain other things that we know about in that realm, we have a lot to learn from him. Selena Fox, the likes of Isaac Bonowitz, founder of Armory of Fame, and others within the Druid community. You have Diana Paxson in the Albuquerque Heathenry community. Different folks within the Goddess Traditions, Jean Budapest, Karen Tate, and Margot Adler and stuff like that. So it's like all these people that are kind of the signposts for who we are and what we do. And, it's like I said earlier, that I came from Christianity and there were a lot of questions that weren't answered. I think over the 20-some years that I've been involved in paganism in its various forms, I think a lot of my questions have been answered. A lot of things have been learned. And that's what we're here for. This is what we're doing. We're going through a journey. We meditate, we work ritual, we make offerings to the gods, we do these different things because we have expectations for ourselves, we have expectations for our soul, to go on into the next life and to learn the things that we need to. So, it's not easy. That's one thing I think, you have like an example of why do we do what we do. You have like the kids, the younger kids that haven't ever really been openly exposed to, genuine ritual and craft workings and stuff like that. They get so easily influenced by things such as the craft and all these different shows and books and things that they read. And I think with the question of why do we do what we do, I think one of the reasons why we do what we do is to be able to instill some kind of morality about it within our kids. I mean, it's great to do some of the things that we do to honor the gods and to be free as pagans, but I think one of the things that is also important is how we influence our kids. As parents, as friends of families, and just as mentors of boys and girls. That's another thing. I think it's important that we realize that also we foster the next group of pagans. We are taking over for Selena Fox. We are taking over for Dr. Buckland. And what we do now is going to be the paganism of the future. You got to realize that these covens and groves and groups that are doing things now, hundreds of years from now, somebody's going to dig up something somewhere here in the United States, and they're going to find somebody's Book of Shadows or somebody's ritual space or whatever, and that's going to be our artifacts, our things that we leave behind for future generations. And I think one of the things that does paganism a disservice is the idea of people thinking that the reason why we are pagans is because it's a party thing. It's not about the party. Yes, it's great that we do have the ability party and have fun and, you know, just cut loose every once in a while. It's just all acts of love and pleasure are my rituals. But, you know, that's got to be tempered with common sense. And, you know, we just got to be able to make things accessible to people in a way that is genuine. We can't sugarcoat things. We can't make things easy for people. That's why, you know, there's the process of initiation within a coven. That's the reason why there are classes and things that you have to go through to learn certain things within various druid orders and stuff like that. You know, the people that don't want to take the time to learn about why you do a certain action within a ritual, why rituals are held at certain times of the year, wanting to learn how to control the body, how to control the mind, how to control energy while working in ritual and doing various forms of magic. You know, if you don't have the dedication to do those things, all it is going to be fun time. All it is going to be a party. And I think that detracts from what paganism really is all about. We're going to talk about some different things over the next few episodes. The next one today we're talking about why we do what we do. Next, we're going to talk about some of the differences between different traditions, and we're going to get into why we follow the gods that we follow. We're going to talk about the gods, the deity, worship of deity in the past through various traditions and things like that. So I just wanted to take a little bit and hang out with you guys. It's kind of informal, not in robes or anything today like I was for the first show. And if you have any show ideas, comments, rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends. But the main thing that I want to leave you guys with is this question. Why are you pagan? Why do you do what you do? What are the important things for you in your work, in your tradition, and in your everyday life? And you can leave that as a video response or as a comment. Also, down below, we're going to put a link to the show that I hosted for the last 3 years, Pagan Perspectives on Blog Talk Radio. So give that a listen. Also, some other links for our Facebook fan page and some other stuff like that. So, you know, tell your friends about the channel, subscribe, think about these things, and we're going to have another video for you guys here in a few days. So, this is Reverend Savannah Streetwalker of the Order of Standing Oak saying goodbye till next time, and we're out of here.